Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this transfer report talking about Vitor Roque as the Brazilian Wonderkid's agent says he would recommend the player to sign for Barcelona. We are going to be discussing more on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking on this other transfer report, claiming that Barca's move for this Atletico Madrid winger Yannick Carasco hinges on the future of 21-year-old forward who is on loan, Ace Abde. We're also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into the full story, please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona have an entire transfer list in mind ahead of the summer transfer window with names such as Inigo Martinez, Lionel Messi, Ilkay Gundogan, and Juan Foyth, among others. However, they are also looking to bring in a backup striker since Robert Lewandowski has been without one since Memphis Depay left for Atletico Madrid in January. On top of their agenda is Brazilian wonderkid Vitor Roque. The young striker has been on the radar for the Catalans for a few months, with the player very open, confirming his interest in moving to La Liga as well. He said, "I feel ready to play for Barcelona." He said so in February. His agent, meanwhile, clearly supports that move. Speaking to RAC1, Andre Corey said, "Because of my relationship with Barcelona, I always tell Vitor Roque that everything is spectacular at a club and I recommend him to go there." Roque has been regarded as one of the highest rated talents to come out of Brazil in recent times. He is their reply to Madrid's signing of Endrick, who was also on Barca's radar in the same transfer window. Curry believes Roque is a better player than Endrick and will turn out to be a very important player for Barcelona in the long run. He said, "Vitor Roque is a great player. If Barca signs him, they have 100% made a hit. He will be very important for the future for them. His value will increase a lot and he will be worth 5 times more. For me, he's better than Endrick." While Roque is the club's primary target for the centre-forward position, they were also considering a move for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as an alternative, especially if the player is available for free. However, any move is too far out to call right now. Vitor Roque's link to Barca is never ending. Like, we've been talking about this guy linked to Barca for a very long time. Exactly what was the case when we were talking about Endrick I think last year, before Real Madrid came into the picture and took him away from our eyes. And we hope that things should not be all about talking for Barca, but at least the action should be there at the end of the day, because it means nothing for us to keep talking about these links and at the end of the day, Barca don't succeed to sign this player. Of course, we all know that Barcelona have good relationships with players in Brazil, and of course, it has been like a tradition for these clubs, especially in Spain, to sign top talents who comes from Brazil. Vitor Roque has catch the eye of Barca for a long time. The player continued to make strides. And of course, the player, from all indications, is still waiting on Barca amid Arsenal link, amid PSG link, and so on and so forth. And definitely, one can say yes, it is a big opportunity for our club to pounce on, But we all know the issue right now: finance, money, 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 money. Money has always been the issue. Of course, this club to be stable again have never been easy since Laporta took up the mantle in 2021. Barcelona are still struggling to stand on their feet financially. It have not been easy, and that is why to sign certain players, Barca can't as it stands, because they must make sure that they do small arrangements to ensure that things are being balanced and so on and so forth. Of course, we can hear the agent of Vitor Roque saying in that interview that he really likes him to play for Barca, and he has also recommended his clients to choose Barca over any other club that shows interest. This does not even come as so much of a surprise that Vitor Roque is a huge fan of Barca, because in the past, like I said, in the month of February, he has been saying in interviews that he really wants to play there. It is a marvelous club. It has always been a dream for him to enter the Camp Nou and play, and it is something that he really waits to see. But the future is not in his hands, as he recommends that he wants to be a Barca player, but it all depends on the club. Because right now there are other better clubs that financially they are better than Barca that are also lining up for Vitor Roque. But why have the player not gone there? So Barca have the upper hand. We need to just hope and believe that Barca can use this opportunity. Lewandowski is a striker, no doubt about that, but we all know Lewandowski is not doing what he was supposed to do. Like, he's not on his good form and he needs a backup. He needs a backup because he knows that he is alone and there's nobody to give him that competition. That is why you can see that Lewandowski just plays anyhow, knowing fully well that in any game he will still be a starter. Then on to the next story of discussion. Back in January, when Barcelona sold Memphis Depay to Atletico Madrid for about 4 million euros, the Blaugrana acquired the purchase option for a certain Yannick Carasco for 15 million euros. It is no secret that the 29-year-old Belgian is someone who is liked by the Barca management as well as the coaching staff. And at the moment, Xavi has asked for someone who can dominate the left wing, as the right flank is safely occupied by the likes of Ousmane Dembele and Rafinha. This is where Carrasco comes in the picture. Last month, when Barca took on Atletico Madrid, the Belgian winger was arguably his side's best player throughout the game. The 29-year-old put Jules Koundé in a lot of trouble with his speed and agility. There were the straight that Xavi wants in swingers, but the Belgians' transfer to Barca hinges on several factors, to say the least. According to Sport, the first and utmost factor is Ace Abde's future. Sporting director Matteo Alemany, who will leave the club in June, spoke ahead of the Osasuna game that Abde had earned the right to return to Barcelona. He said, Abde's loan to Osasuna was a perfect choice. He has developed in a great way. He deserves a chance to return here at Barca. We will speak about that with manager Xavi, Alemany said. However, if there is a substantial offer for Abde in the summer, Barca will accept it. For what it is worth, the players' representatives have already made a few trips to England to prop different Premier League clubs. So if there is an attraction or an attractive offer in the summer, Barca will want to benefit from it in order to comply with the financial fair play rule, and that money can eventually be used to buy Carrasco. Alemany, for his part, is understood to have promised Xavi that he will sign Carrasco for just 10 million before the director departs on 30 June to Aston Villa. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.